I don't drink soda. I mean, do you want to do like any sort of like serious acknowledgement of the circumstances where like
yeah.
Should we or should you like just kind of? I mean, I don't really know what to say. I don't want to make this dumb. Like, give her like a nice.
Yeah. I mean, I guess there's no wrong way to do it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
There's no right way to do it either.
No, there's a wrong way to do it. But
I
don't think we're going to come anywhere near that. You know what I mean? I think we're well out of that stratosphere.
There is a right way to go through it. Wrong way to do it. Right way to go through it.
You can do it. Put your back into it.
Yeah. That actually...
No, that's not fitting of this.
That actually reminds me, I have some notes, which I think will help guide us through this situation. You know, it's a rough time. I guess we should tell people that this is the Natural Habitat Podcast.
Natural Habitat Podcast, as usual.
I'm Mikey Booyah.
I'm Awesome Ty.
And we were not here last week. There was no episode last week. For people that watch the show, listen to the show, that it gets you through work or entertains you in some way, we're sorry. There was no episode last week, and that is because there was a death in the family, which sounds like the title of like a mobster film from the 90s.
Yeah, I'm sure there's got to be one.
Family.
There is for
There's
sure.
got to be one.
Yeah.
But this was unfortunately a quite literal death in the family. My sister died, which is, it's like a weird thing to talk about because like I wrote a Facebook post about it today, which was like the dumbest thing because it's like, who cares about like I shouldn't have to announce to the world like, hey, my sister died. But then there's like people that knew my sister that like I wanted to let them know that we're having like a thing and like if they wanted to come, you know. So eventually I had to say something. And then I had to say that my sister passed, which was like a weird thing for some reason for me. Because one thing that I noticed throughout this this whole thing, this is why I have the sunglasses on, because I'm depressed. I'm obviously going through DABDA, which are the stages of grief.
What are this?
Depression.
So that comes straight away.
Immediate depression. You fall into
Sure.
And usually if you're already in some sort of depression to begin with,
Right.
then the death happens.
It's gonna lower that floor.
D is death actually. Of DABDA.
Oh, so they're including that in the acronym.
D is death. That kicks it off. That kicks off DABDA.
Okay, sure.
A is anxiety. You start getting anxious. You know, you're like, who else is dying? You know, what else is going to happen here? B is bartering, where you say, you know, I got a goat. Someone else has 2 chickens. Let's do a deal.
Yeah.
You know?
Have you reached the bartering stage, and have you been successful at bartering anything for
I'm nowhere close to bartering.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
so you're still anxiety.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm somewhere between depression and anxiety.
Maybe we can come up with some. I mean, because if you're going to barter to get your sister back, which you know is a step, right?
Yeah, it could be possible.
I mean, we'll come up with like some sweet deals.
Then let's see, DABD. So the other D, that's depression. Again, it's like a cycle. You know, you go back into depression.
Oh boy, is it!
And then the A at the end is, I don't know. I guess anger. We'll find out.
Acceptance isn't the last one.
Yeah.
That's like that's your last step.
You
is
wrap
when
it up.
It's and you're able to package it up and get back to your normal self.
Yeah. So, one thing that I noticed during this whole thing, because my sister had cancer for like a couple years and she had beat cancer and was cancer free. And then it came back and then it moved. And then she was in and out of the hospital and they sent her home on hospice, which is where they just send you home to die and comfortably at home. And it was like this weird thing because like in our society, we like hide death. And when people die, we like put our old people in nursing homes. We we like act like death doesn't happen. And it's like a private thing for some reason. And it went private that last week. Like she went home and we all were there like taking care of her, and it was all like private. Like nobody was taking pictures and posting things on Facebook or anything like that.
Snapchatting or nothing.
Yeah, nobody was really like telling people about it. Like if someone's like, "Hey, how's your sister?" It's like, "Not great." And that was about it. And it's like kind of weird to like why is that like such a thing? To where it's like, oh, we just can't talk about it. Like my sister died of cancer. Like that sucks.
Yeah, of course.
And then we just have to be like, oh, my sister passed. Like it was, you know, she was 47. So she was young. So it's like, why can't we like talk about it how it is? How it, you know, but then I'm afraid that that's a slippery slope to becoming a fuck cancer guy, which I don't want to be. I don't want to be a guy that's like, fuck cancer. It's like, obviously, fuck cancer.
Yeah. That's, I mean, kind of a given.
Yeah, it seems a little redundant to like have your whole life cycle around fuck cancer.
Right.
Nobody's like cool with cancer.
I'm all about fundraising for cancer because I feel like with the amount of research, you know, like every year they're making progress as far as treating it. So like I'm all about fundraising for cancer, but yeah, as far as like a bumper sticker or like just kind of being like having it as a personality trait, sure.
Yeah. So it's crazy, man. And like it makes me think like, what is life? Life is like a big obstacle in front of your obstacle to slow you down. And every time you come back around, I'll come back around and tackle you to the damn ground. What are friends? Friends are people that you think are your friends. Remember the Eminem song?
Yeah, I see what you're doing.
She always loved to sing that to me. She would sing that Eminem song to me all the time. She's my big sister, so she would put me to sleep to that Eminem song all the time. So I'm still obviously in the very first stage, and we have a lot of people out there are dealing with death.
Computer, play Number One by Nelly.
No, computer, stop. Computer, don't play that.
Number One by Nelly from Spotify.
Computer,
stop.
Stop. Jesus. Computer, do you know anybody that's died?
Computer, have you lived your whole existence without ever having a loved one that passed away?
I'm not sure.
Oh man, that is.
I feel like you're just kind of trying to like duck your way out of the conversation a little bit.
Oh wait, I forgot to plug this in. Maybe no. That's not working. We can't. When I turn this up, listen to what happens.
Well, you know what? Anything worthwhile the entire episode so far, so
yeah. So
you can just pipe down, computer. Obviously, you don't have anybody that loves you.
Oh, I was turning up the wrong one. Ask him a question now.
Computer, do you have any relatives that have died?
This might answer your question. Mahmoud Khalil al-Hasari's child was Dr. Muhammad al-Hasari, Yasmin al-Khayyam.
Okay, yeah, so he's got some folks. R.I.P., computer. I'm sorry to hear about their loss.
So, a lot of people deal with death, all the time. It's like that's a normal part of life.
Like a gangbanger?
Like a gangbanger.
Just constantly having your friends shot?
Mm-hmm. It seems like every weekend I'm at a funeral or whatever,
Yeah,
too many times.
Being like the aunt of a gangbanger.
Oh, and like crying in the street, and just your knees never heal because you're always out on the asphalt in your nightgown, like every other.
And there's some of the most religious and loyal to God people there are. They're going to church every Sunday, but still their nephews are out there being slain in the streets through gang violence, and it's just.
Yeah, it's rough.
It's rough for sure. But you know what? I would have to say like cancer is more of a motherfucker than gang violence.
I don't know.
Yeah. I guess it depends where you live.
Yeah.
I mean, because we don't live in gang territory, so obviously I'm way more worried about cancer living here than I am being shot in it. But if I lived in gang territory, oh boy. I mean, that would probably be my primary concern.
Yeah. Plus I feel like gang violence, like it probably kills you a lot slower than cancer because it brings you into that world. You know what I mean? It kind of slowly pulls you in. It starts when you're young. I
mean, really, the cancer and the gang lifestyle are adjacent themselves. They're almost, the gang lifestyle is a cancer in a way.
Yeah. 2 chapters in the same book For sure. So, there's a lot of things that you could do, like with your diet and lifestyle, that can avoid gang violence and cancer. And, people should try those. But
I mean, I feel like I've successfully done one of the two. And I mean, that greatly reduces my odds of either dying or being slain in the streets.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's a lot of people out there. I'm not the only one that's dealing with loss.
No.
There's a lot of people out there.
There's someone that right now they just lost their sister way more recently than you.
Yeah. And probably the gang violence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Like, absolutely.
Someone says, probably every couple. How often is someone killed by gang violence?
Here's something I found on the web. According to LAtimes.com, in recent years, gang-related deaths seem to have followed the national decline in crime, dropping to less than 500 a year, but experts are baffled by the cause and take little satisfaction in the decrease.
Okay, so the experts don't buy that shit.
Less than 500 a year.
Yeah, but again, the experts don't. They're not buying into that fake news. So I'm thinking, every 30 seconds,
a lot of things are probably disguised as something else, but are really gang violence.
COVID, more like
yeah, they say it's COVID, but it's really gang violence that does it. So, a lot of people out there are dealing with loss. So we are going to take a journey through a WikiHow article, and this is the How to Cope with Grief, the DABDAs. But in 22 steps, I think there's 22 steps in this, and it'll teach me, hopefully, and anybody out there that's dealing with this loss currently. I got a friend that I won't dox, who just lost his mom, and that I think trumps sister. Like I love my sister and we were really close, but like she wasn't my mom, so I think that he probably, that's worse.
Yeah, I would assume so. Like an immediate parent for sure.
Yeah. So, hopefully some of these steps can help with that. And, maybe this is all just, a part of life that people don't like to look at. And sure. I think that it would be like a lot easier for people to deal with and a lot less shocking when it does happen if like people were more prepared for it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you can hope for the best and hope that everybody makes it to 150, but you should also prepare yourself for the possible reality that it's just not going to be the case.
Mm-hmm. So step 1, don't ignore your grief. Don't just smoke weed. Do a podcast,
be like
goof around, fine. Act like everything's cool.
Go and Target and run amok. No.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't just go back to life like normal.
No, you got to acknowledge that a horrible, life event has happened, and you've got to. You can't pretend it didn't happen.
Yeah, and that's because that is step 1 of DABDA. That's denial, the real DABDA.
Yep,
denial.
Get rid of that denial.
So
denial is
step 1. No denial.
Denial is more than just a river in Egypt.
Ooh. Did you make that up?
Yes.
I like that.
That's off the top, baby.
There's like a young listener out there that's never heard that and is just going to be like, damn, like
shit,
the Nile River. I just learned about that in school. Yep. Are you rapping? Here, say that into here. Oh, yeah.
The Nile, it's more than a river in Egypt. You can see this coming through. I'm in a spaceship.
Well, you didn't have to actually rap it. You just say
the Nile's more than a river in Egypt, and you can see it. I'm coming through in a spaceship.
But that was the same as what you said the first time.
Yeah, I just had more. I got to get my,
all right. The delivery?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, cool.
The Nile is more than just a river in Egypt. You can see this. I'm coming through in a spaceship. Then I'm going to give you a facelift.
Okay, here, I got one. I play Russian roulette every day, a man's sport, with a bullet called life. Yeah, mama, called life.
I'm trying to see.
I feel like every time I try to go where I really want to be, it's already where I am. How'd you know what I was going to say?
What's up, my job?
So I made a new slang. I'm trying to get this to catch on. I might have said this on the show already, but I'll say it again.
Lay it on me.
Okay. So you know how when someone says something that is, very truthful, very pertinent to whatever's going on, or just like a powerful statement, and you have a second and third party that are observing this, right? Second party will turn to the third party and say, that motherfucker's spitting.
Spitting, yeah,
He's
exactly.
spitting,
Like a rap
right?
reference, yeah.
So if it is only you and me, and you say something that would warrant this motherfucker spitting, but there's no one for me to say it to,
You just say it directly to the camera.
then I just ask you if you're rapping.
Oh, okay.
So that is like the
okay. That's
the
that. That's that
equivalent.
bit.
Are you rapping? Because this motherfucker's
Yeah,
spitting.
yeah, okay.
Then I look at the camera and I go, because this motherfucker's
I also
spitting.
feel like that would be something that like a '90s youth pastor would say to one of like the kid. Let me rap with you for a second, Timothy.
Let's rap.
Let's rap about Jesus for a minute. And
in a backwards chair and shit.
yeah.
Another thing that I found out dealing with the death of my sister, surprising amount of people still into Jesus and God. Like a lot.
So do you think that you might find, like, because I feel like these are the types of life events that push you in that direction, because you
get
more
scared.
and more want to believe, and you want to be like, okay, yeah. And like, if you can buy into it, sure. Like, that's always been my thing, is like, I'm not against religion. As soon as I start believing in Jesus, I'll probably be like, tight, this is cool. Like, I think I'm going to have like an eternal fucking, life and go up to heaven and just be kicking it with fucking all of my people. And
Yeah, it does sound nice to have something to look
it really
forward
does.
to.
So like, if they can convince, I'm like, without having to like brainwash me or do some sort of Scientology mental manipulation to me, if you can just convince me, scientifically or with fact-based information that Jesus and God is real, like, I'm all open to it. But
yeah, it's written in a book. Is that not fact enough for you?
See, the Bible's not doing it for me, and no translation of the Bible is going to do it for me. So like, I need more than that.
Well, they'll get you one day, because they got me. I'm religious now. That's canon. That's been canon for a few weeks on the podcast.
And didn't we have a religion a couple years ago?
Yeah, we started our own religion, which made me real comfortable with the idea, real familiar with it. So it's easy to
save us
just
some tax dollars.
dive into a new religion. And a lot of people into that God guy. A lot of people into God.
And why not? He seems like a decent enough guy. So what do we got for?
Oh yeah, we still have steps. I totally forgot about that. Question yourself.
Okay, and this is something you should be doing a lot anyways. You should constantly be questioning yourself and asking yourself. You should be your own biggest critic. So I think you question yourself, Mikey. What role did you play in this cancer? Did you contribute at all to anything that?
I hear that that sugar accelerates cancer's growth.
Oh, and I'm sure as her brother, you at some point brought her some sort of unhealthy snack.
Yeah. I mean,
okay, so
healthy sweets, healthy on the healthy side, but still sweets.
But you also want to question whether your grief is logical or rational. And yes, it's your sister, so obviously it's logical and rational. You question other people, and I think you question other people like kind of like in a
should I
investigative manner, like you
if they had anything to do with it?
Yes,
because she died of cancer that she was diagnosed with at home on hospice. There's no autopsy to be done, so any sort of foul play would not be detected.
Yeah, see that? I mean,
then should I also question whether she's actually dead or not, and she could have faked her own death?
I think
that could be a thing too.
I mean, there's a lot of things you can ask,
and I mean, she would have had to lie to everyone, even me.
Even if you're just asking yourself these questions, which is, that's
question yourself. Yeah. Number 3, don't force yourself to be strong. Don't put on a strong face.
You're not strong. You're a broken man. They want you to realize that. They want you.
Yeah. No, but don't do that. Don't be strong. Don't
it's completely practical to go about your daily routine like crying, and that's not gonna. Nobody's
I had plenty of cries in Target. Just be walking around Target and just start crying for whatever reason.
I've cried in Target so many times.
Yeah, crying in Target is a whole vibe.
Fucking you could do whatever you want in Target.
Yeah, you really can. We actually went and shot a music video there earlier tonight, and here's some footage for it.
There was
from it.
There was like a big Target, and there was
like
5 or 10 kids working all around the store, and they could not care less.
They just looked at us and then just went back to their zebras. So
yeah, don't force yourself to be strong unless it's like physical strength. If you're lifting weights, like
you should force yourself to be strong, because that's the whole point of that. But could you imagine because I had a bunch of Target cries, I had a bunch of car cries, I had a bunch of little cries where you just tear up, and it would just be staring off into space, all sad. But then I had a real hard cry, in bed cry. One of those early morning in bed cries. And that was the one that relieved a lot of the stuff that I was holding in.
Yeah.
And then, luckily I have, my dog, Rhea. You've met Rhea.
I think so.
A little 4-inch tall dog.
Yeah,
she just licked my face when I was crying, so it was
animals when you're crying are fucking.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I have a couple cats. Mm-hmm. My cats are definitely comfort me, even if they don't want to.
And then, so I can only imagine forcing that not to happen. I didn't even think that was an option. Not have any emotion about it and just stay strong the whole time and keep myself from crying.
So Wiki How's really just kind of giving you the obvious ones.
Yeah.
Do they have any tips that cry? See that cry. You just said that was basically
you can cry if you want to. You can leave your cares behind. Because if you don't cry, and if you don't cry, then you ain't no friend of mine. Yeah. A lot of good songs on this episode. This is a musical.
Yeah.
This is actually the musical dedicated to
What's your sister's favorite song? Kiss from a Rose by Seal?
I'm not going to dox her. I'm not even going to say her name. I didn't say her name this whole time. I don't want people to Google her.
Her favorite song?
I'm not saying her name.
Say my name when no one is around you. Say, baby, I love you.
Her favorite song.
Games. Say my name. Oh, it wasn't "Say My Name" by Destiny's Child.
It was Mamba No. 5 by Lou.
A little bit of Erica in my life, a little bit of Gina by my side, a little bit of Rita's all I need, a little bit of you and something big, a little bit of Carrie on the light, a little bit of Mary on that line. Mambo No. 5.
Yeah, she named, she had a bunch of daughters. She had all daughters, and she named my nieces after the girls from the Mambo No. 5 song.
Oh, okay. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
That's fucking brilliant. Were they all born in 1998?
Yeah. It was, John and Kate plus 8? Yeah. That's her.
Octuplets?
That's her, yeah.
Okay.
So
her name's Kate.
No. That's what she's like, is what I mean. Don't cry. Wait, hold on. Okay. Wait, step 4 is cry and step 4 is don't cry.
Don't cry
so you don't have to cry if you don't want it.
Nobody's going to force you to either cry. Stop thinking about a timeline. Okay? It's going to last. This depression is going to last until you
indefinitely. You ever heard of indefinitely?
Properly. Oh, yeah. Until you get properly medicated or seek therapy.
Yeah. Yeah. I need both of those probably. Don't obsess over the 5 stages of grief. Wait, we're doing a whole podcast about the 5 stages.
We're going to give you 12 steps on how not to obsess over the 5 stages of grief.
Yeah. What's it? Okay,
don't stress them out, dude.
All right, don't focus on it.
Dab to more like nah, bro.
Or more like dab.
Dab, duh.
Dab, duh.
Okay.
How do you get over grief? Dab, duh. Right? I like that. So don't obsess, and we're not. Lean on your family.
How are we back
and
at number
friends.
1? How is this number?
Well, this is
part 2.
Part 2.
Okay, so get
Fuck,
support.
are there 22 parts?
Goodness gracious. You get support from your family and friends. You're going to want to talk to them. Like you've talked to me a little bit about it, probably as much as you're comfortable with, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm here for you. Like I've dealt with this shit, and if somebody passed, like I do the same thing. So there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Relying on your friends and loved ones.
Yeah, and that's what. I've definitely been talking about it, and I haven't been worried about where like usually when
this one
when you're going through problems, you don't want to like complain to your friends about it.
Find comfort in faith. Well, what if you don't have any faith? So just kind of ignore that one because I mean, if you believe in God, like great, good for you. But we just got into it.
It's like I bet it would be nice if I could touch your body. I know not everybody can have a body like me,
but I gotta have faith. I gotta have faith. I gotta have faith. Are you doing the Limp Bizkit version?
Yeah.
See, my mind goes to George Michael. George Michael's the OG, and it's the better version.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was doing Limp Bizkit. Join a support group.
Okay. So
like AA.
I always think of more like a rap group, just a band or some sort of like.
Like a Magic the Gathering
really any
or
group,
something.
yeah, any group.
Yeah,
any group.
I like that. What about just like a group text?
Yeah, that's it.
Cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Just avoid anybody that leaves the
seat up.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Get help from a therapist. Consider getting a pet.
Pet. We already touched that.
Got 'em.
That's great.
Yeah, looks like my pet. Take care of yourself. You gotta get rest.
Yeah, that one's pretty broad. I mean, it's just kind of like up to interpretation for the most part.
Get some rest. Yeah.
Yeah. Take care of yourself. Go to the gym. Drink some water. You see how I'm drinking water this week? You don't see a Moscow Mule for Thai anymore. Nope. I'm drinking water and water only because I
drank a Moscow Mule like when you got here.
On the episode of.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry.
Your body is a temple, and be careful what you put in it.
That's right. Yeah, I definitely have been getting plenty of rest because I've been, working a lot less, and I've been sleeping a lot more because it's like, who cares? Like I'm in the very beginning of Dabda. Like I don't give a fuck about anything.
Oh yeah, why should you?
So if there's anything that I'm getting, it's rest. So I don't know why this is even on the list.
Pills. Okay, well I feel a little better now. Like it's on the list.
It's on the list. Oh, and a salad.
So yeah, pills and a salad.
Pills and a salad.
Chef's kiss.
That was like a little secret plug from the WikiHow. They're like, we got you, dog. Just take these pills and a salad.
So yeah, we should probably just list off these pictures. So like, because these pictures, we don't need to read the text. So
chef's kiss,
run
in the sun,
drink a martini.
Alcohol. You know how hot it's been lately?
Yeah,
they want me to run in
go jog in a sweatsuit with the hood up. Drink a martini. Massage
Rub
your temples.
Your temples. Yeah. Running in shorts.
Yeah, or beside like
or those skirts. Is that like a skirt shorts?
Yeah.
In front of a painting?
Outdoors, yeah. You're gonna want to do some of your jogging in the sweatsuit those are both outdoors. So.
Well, this is like in a bush. So you jog in the sweatsuit in a bush, which is why you have a sweatsuit on so you don't get scratched up. And then you jog here on
that's more of a power walk stride though, really.
Power walk on Tatooine, the desert planet from Star Wars.
Yep. Write in a journal. So Doug Funny here. Dear journal, today I lost, just kind of document. But you kind of did that because Facebook, when you think about it, Facebook is like the last real journal that people have.
Yeah.
If you still use Facebook and post, like that's almost like your journal. So I feel like you checked that box.
So yeah, I wrote my journal, and then plus I actually do have a personal journal that I keep, and I write as Doug Funny about Patty Mayonnaise. It's like a fan fiction journal that I write.
Okay, I'd like to read that much.
It gets pretty spicy mayonnaise.
Oh, okay. So we're talking some
spicy mayonnaise. Okay. Yeah. I'm talking CP, bud. But it's in novelization, so
Okay,
it's not
yeah.
illegal.
Right.
God,
It's not a graphic novel, right?
No,
like you
not
didn't
at all.
draw it. Okay,
No.
Fantastic.
There's rough
A toy
sketches.
box. A toy box.
Prepare to face your triggers.
So it's some teddy bears and some pictures. Avoid those, or either, you face them.
Yeah, it looks like they're in a
at,
box. So
you
I
look at
them.
you get your teddy box and like a little. You get all that stuff in a box and you face it.
Okay, so it says if you're used to spending Thanksgiving with your loved one, make sure that you make alternate plans for where to go months in advance so you're not home alone during this time. That is actually...
You're just all pressing people for Thanksgiving plans like well before the preparation period.
I'm hella sad, dude.
You're just
please.
Like in July, hey, can I come to your house for Thanksgiving? It's
In
like, well, I'm not
5
sure what we're
months?
doing.
In 5 months, can I just go to wherever you are for Thanksgiving, please? Because I'm sad.
So you go to a fork in the road and you decide which way to go. That's obvious.
Ty, can I spend Thanksgiving with you?
Yeah, I'll go out on a limb and say you're welcome to come.
Okay, cool.
You are welcome to come on Thanksgiving. We can document that now.
Okay, sweet. So this looks like I'm going to want to film the imposter syndrome video again. So we're going to have to get on that.
Put a link in the description.
Oh, this
for
says
that, 'cause-
don't make any big life decisions.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm in a wobbly stage.
Okay, so yeah, what if you're these are all like, some people aren't
what?
at the luxury to have to not be able to make a life decision.
Yeah.
You're like, who plans what?
Yeah.
I'm going to make a life decision today.
And that is the last thing that my fucking procrastinating ass that takes any excuse to procrastinate, take longer on something, take care of that later. Like I'm notorious for that and I hate myself for it. But this just pretty much said, hey dude, take it easy.
Take it easy.
All these things you're stressing on,
out,
worry about
stress.
it later, dude. Don't make any decisions right now. Like you can't. I can't, dude. I wish I could, but I can't.
So think
Having
light bulb,
ideas?
light scheme
bulb?
on some ideas. Come up with some cool inventions. Maybe you can be the next Shark Tank guy.
I have an idea, something I wrote here in my notes that possibly could be something you could tell me.
Okay.
And then maybe if it is, I could bring it to Shark Tank. Bob with the bod, the bang, diggy, 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 said the boogie, said up, jump the boogie. How did you know what I was going to say?
So I actually,
that's serendipitous.
So I actually, I was in your phone.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, I stole your notes.
It's good though, right? Because you remembered it. So
it's catchy, man.
It is catchy, right? That's something. I feel like I'm getting fed these things by my sister from some. Okay, I actually do have a real story. When our mom died, me and my sister, we share a mom, which is like pretty much standard for sister. You're going to have at least one parent that's the same. And when our mom died, she would leave my sister and my niece. It was really just one of my nieces that would really talk about it. I don't know if the other one really got them, but they would find dimes everywhere, right? Like in weird spots. And they would say, like she would say that mom's leaving dimes for her from the afterlife, which I don't believe in like heaven, afterlife, dimes really. I feel like all change should be phased out. Like we should just get
rid of coins.
Mostly digital transactions.
Crypto is one, like Dogecoin, Dickcoin.
Yeah. Doge, Dick, Dumbcoin, Bitcoin.
Yeah, we trade all the coins in, and you issue out bits.
You go to coins. You know that at Coinstar you can bring in your
and you use the promo code
NHP, and you save 10%, or you get 10% extra Bitcoin. You could convert your coins to Bitcoin.
You just roll them over.
So, my mom knew that. Probably when she died, she got this extra knowledge that you get when you die, the secrets of the universe.
Yeah, you can see what's coming.
You see Bitcoin's coming. She starts leaving the dimes. She's like, hey, you're going to want to collect these. You're going to want to turn them into Bitcoin. And I never got them. I never found any sort of unusual amount of dimes or any sort of like weird. I would find dimes as much as I would find any other amount of change or whatever.
Never anything suspect, right?
Nothing weird. And then like right after, I guess it's only been a little over a week since my sister died. I probably shouldn't even be doing this episode right now, but right after she died, like a couple days after, I started getting fucking dimes, dude. I had a pair of pants clean out the washer. Well, the dryer. And I put them on, put my like lighter in my pocket, hear a ting, go in there, and boom, dime. But that's also not like exactly how it works now that I think about it.
You never know. You never know.
Then I was leaving the room, heard a thud, looked down, dime. Fell out of something. Probably in my pocket, you know, from the dryer.
Has anybody ever pulled like a dime out from the back of your ear?
Yeah, my grandpa Peeler used to do that.
See?
So
it's a family lineage.
Now I'm getting creepy dime things. And then also another creepy thing happened. My window broke. And not only was there a dime stuck in the glass, like right after my window broke, like 30 seconds later, I got a call from a number that I didn't have saved. And I had just ordered weed. So I thought that it was the weed guy coming and lost like he always is. And I answered it, which I usually don't answer calls from weird numbers. But I answered it, and it was my brother-in-law, my sister's husband, just calling to check on me, who also just so happened to open up his body shop again. And I was like, hey, my window broke. And he was like, we fix windows. And it was like, she got me. Cause I always used to call my sister and be like, hey, my window broke. Like, what do I do? You know, cause she's older than me. And she's been doing all this weird, like supernatural shit, I feel like. And now I believe in ghosts. I believe in dimes. I believe in God. I believe in heaven. I believe in, Goober, the half peanut butter, half jelly in a jar. I believe in that. I believe in all, dude. And I believe in nothing.
You feeling all right, bud?
No, I'm not. I'm fucking not. I'm not. So, take care of yourself. You know, it's that step. And I say we skip to the final step, you know, cause I'm done. I'm done with these steps. There's too many steps.
God, I mean, like who has time for all these steps?
There's way too many steps.
Be patient. Wait it out.
Be patient.
In time, it's gonna, the sting will go away. She's always gonna be with you, and it's always gonna hurt. But you gotta wait it out for, you just gotta day after day. Yeah. Hopefully.
Mm-hmm. So, I guess I'll just be patient. I'll do yoga, and hopefully my sister did fake her death.
Yeah, that could be revealed at a later time. She has to
dodge some sort of weird thing, and then she's going to come back.
Yeah, there could be, if she
or is that denial?
Include you guys into it. There could have been, like put you guys, in a compromised position. So you never know. But I don't think that's happened.
No, I think that's denial. Yeah,
but I mean, you got a ways to go. So maybe we'll get an update next week as to if you've moved on to the next step aside from. The first one.
Let's see, DA. So it's denial/depression, and then A was agonizing depression.
Yeah, we'll see.
So hopefully I'll be there next.
Maybe
week.
We can get to bargaining, and we can come up with some
bartering.
Sort of bartering.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's like the same thing, right? Though, like I trade you this, and you send my sister back. We'll come up with a sweet plan for God. We'll pitch it to him, and
yeah. And I think if you believe, it'll work like voodoo. That's the same thing with any religion.
Mental manifestation.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, now that I believe in all this stuff, it's going to be exciting to see where the podcast goes. I say we fire up the religion again.
Okay.
We start making t-shirts with dimes on them.
Yeah. I can see that.
And then, let's see. I got one more thing. It seems like every other city that we go and every other video, no matter where I go, I see the same ho. Is that right?
Yeah, that's accurate.
And that's how we'll end the episode. So horrible.
Yeah,
that's how we'll end the episode.
R.I.P.
Love you, Heather.
Natural Habitat Recordings.